So you've drawn you drew your case, you got it all fixed up, you put all the stuff you want to 3D print it. How do you do that? Well, you should have parts right here. Should only be one if it's a case, but if you have multiple, be careful. There should only be the one, because you can only export one of these as a part at a time. So we'll right click on this one, that's this guy here, and we're going to say export. So once again, right click, that's the right side of the mouse, and then go to export. What you want to do is you want to name it. Okay, so name it case. Probably put your name is a good idea. So that's because people on the 3D printer can see the file name, and then you want to kind of see a name so I know whose is whose. This format, it might be like this. You have to make sure it's STL. Okay, so the format has to be STL. It's at the very bottom right there. Binary. Make sure this is binary. It should automatically be binary. Make sure, I think this is in meters at first. Make sure it's in millimeters, okay? When the 3D printers read in millimeters. Don't worry about what you did. If you measured it in centimeters or inches like I did mine in inches. Don't worry about it. This will do all the math and convert everything for you. Just change it to millimeters here. Make sure the resolution is fine, so that means it's going to export all the finest details. And then press OK, and it's going to download to your computer. See, it's asking me where to download, and you can just say, save it on your desktop or wherever. You can save it in your documents. Go ahead and click Save, okay? There we go. And once I save it, I'm going to need that file. Okay, so it's right here. I've already saved it. It's on my desktop. I'm going to click the search, which is the little magnifying glass, and I'm going to say Cura. That's the software we're going to use to slice it for the 3D printer. So click Cura. And let's wait for that to load. Give it a second. It's loading up on my other screen. I'll move it over here in a second. Here it goes. And almost. I should have paused it. It's taking longer than I thought. Here it goes. There it goes. Okay. So let me drag it over so you guys can see it. There we go. Looks like this. Now, the very first time you actually open it, it looked different. So what's going to happen is it'll just say, like, do you want to log in? Say skip. You don't need to log in. Skip everything until you get to a place that looks like this. Watch this. Once you get here where it says add a printer, because when you first open Cura, it doesn't know what kind of printer you have. And ours are non-network printers right here. We don't have any network printers. So click this non-network printer right here. And look at all these printers. It has tons of them. We have to say which one we have. So ours are Creality brand, or the majority of mine are. So I'm going to click that little arrow next to Creality brand. And almost all of my smaller ones are the Ender 3 Pros. Now I do have like 2 or 3 Ender 3 Maxes that are bigger. So Ender 3 Pro is what most of them are. Click add. Give it a second. And then go ahead and push next. Ignore all those numbers. Don't change any of those. Just push next. And then you'll have your printer here. I have 2 now because I did it twice. Here's our print bed right here. Click this folder and then go to not downloads. I think it's in where did I have it? I think I saved it on the desktop, right? And it's right here. Pretty sure I saved it here. Where is it? Well, it was a STL file. Let's see. There it is. It's at the very bottom. Case Swanson right there. So double click that. And there we go. There it is. Now you can click it. I'm just going to go over these features today. We're not going to go into the advanced features today. And you can move it around. You can move it like this, especially if you want to add a partners here. You just click here and add another one, and then move it around. Just move around so they're not touching each other. If yours is laying sideways, don't click scale. Okay, we do not want to change this. Remember, we measured this to fit your box exactly. We don't want to change the size. But it's possible that you can click these little arrows right here and rotate it 90 degrees each time. And you want to make sure that yours is sitting up like this, okay? So that it's sitting on its base like that. If you want to rotate it this way, we can kind of rotate it so my name's in the front. Doesn't really matter. And that's pretty much it. The rest of the stuff you don't need to know. And all we're going to do is click slice. Make sure that this is generic PLA 0.4 nozzles. It should be. All my plastic in the class pretty much is PLA except for a couple that you don't need to worry about for more advanced stuff. This is how long it's going to take, 6 hours and 31 minutes, okay? I know it's a long time, but if you click preview right here, you can see it's 258 layers, so it's a lot of layers here, okay? Lots of layers of plastic being built over and over again. If you want to see it from here, lots of layers of plastic. And then you would just click this button here to save it into your removable drive. Now mine doesn't say that right now, but once I stick a flash drive into the computer, this blue button will say save to removable. Go ahead and click that and it'll save it to removable drive. Then just stick it in the printer and push print. If you need help from that point, just see one of the students in class that have done it before and they can pretty much help you out, or I can. And you just save it on the little card and stick the card in the printer and it's ready to go. All right.